Hi everybody, it's Carole again. On my email signature, I have something at the end that says, I made a difference for that one. And I want to read you the story that has become a part of my life since hearing it. One day a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking something up and gently throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "What are you doing?" The youth replied, "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back, they'll die." "Son," the man said, "don't you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't possibly make a difference." After listening politely, the boy bent down, picked up another starfish and threw it back into the surf. Then, smiling at the man, he said, "I made a difference for that one." Pretty cool. So during this weird time that we're all experiencing, and social distancing, it's hard maybe in our minds to make a difference to somebody else and also to ourselves. So I want to urge you to think of little ways that you can make a difference for yourself right now. This Zoom application that so many people are using to connect is phenomenal. Take time, if you haven't already, to learn it and connect with your friends and make a difference for yourselves, because you'll get some sort of social connection. No real-time hugs, which is what I'm all about, but yeah, use it to help and connect and make a difference. So with that, let's do some yoga. I'm gonna go back and hopefully you'll be able to hear me. I'll try and be loud. So first of all, come to a seated position on your mat. Make sure that you feel comfortable. As Nick says, get the cushions off the couch. Feel your sits bones on the mat. And sit with the crown of your head reaching upwards so you have a nice long spine. First of all, I'd like to do some breathing. So bring one hand onto your belly and one hand onto the outside of your ribs. And nice and slowly, we're going to do 4-7-8 breathing, which means breathing in to a count of 4, holding it for a count of 7, and exhaling for a count of 8. So close your eyes. Feel that grounding that you have with your mat and start to inhale through your nose to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold to the count of 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale to 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue this for a couple more breaths. And notice how your belly expands and fills, first of all. And then how your ribs rise and expand outwards. And how you feel a lightness at the top of your breath. When you've finished 2 or 3 more, just come to your mat and rest the backs of your hands on your knees. And bring your hands together As you take a big breath in, reach your hands down, bring them round in a circle and reach up, extending through your fingertips. Create space through your armpits, length through the sides of your body. And then exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in, reach down, round and up. Exhale your hands to your heart. One more, breathe down, round and up. Now this time, I want you to bring your right hand down to the floor, fingertips on the floor, and just reach over, pressing into your left hand, or your right hand, so you create that roundness and that arch throughout your left side. Stay breathing, and then move your hand away from you, maybe even come down onto your elbow for more of a stretch through your left side. Pull your left side towards the side of the room, so you're pressing into your left hip. On an inhale, come back to center, reach your hands up. Exhale your left hand to the ground and reach over. Initially just lengthening through your side and creating that arc in your back. Staying in your breath. Scoot your left hand away from you, maybe dropping your elbow towards the floor. Pressing into your right hip. Press your right hip away from you. Reach through your side. On an inhale, come back to center, reach up. On an exhale, bring your hands to your heart and switch the cross of your legs. Now bring your hands to your heart again. Breathe in, reach up. This time, your right hand goes to the outside of your left thigh. Left hand goes behind you. Take your gaze to the side of the room as you press into your spider fingers behind you. And as you exhale, twist so that your gaze goes towards the back of the room. Feeling that nice twist in the center portion of your spine. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Be sure to press your right shoulder blades and your left shoulder blades, for that matter, down, lifting your head away from your shoulders. On your next inhale, come forwards, reach up. Exhale, left hand to the outside of your thigh, right hand behind you. Press into your fingers to lift through your spine as you take your gaze to the side and breathe in. And then as you exhale, twist a little bit more, gaze goes towards the back of the room. Breathe in and lengthen. Exhale and just savor that twist. Come back to center, reach up. And then just lean forward, reaching through your fingertips, keeping your spine long, looking forward to avoid rounding of the spine first of all. And then drop your hands to the floor, let your head drop, rounding of your spine as your head drops down towards the ground. Relax your shoulder blades here. Walk your hands to the left. And then walk your hands through center to the right. Walk your hands back to center. And on an inhale, just start to hinge forwards and land in tabletop. Take a breath in and look up. And then as you exhale, pull back and come into child's pose. So take your knees out a little wider. Inhale back up to tabletop, but go a little bit further and look up so you're almost like in a on your way to upward facing dog. And then exhale back to child's pose. I'm going to turn to my side here. Breathe in to tabletop, go through, sort of upward facing dog, back to child's pose. One more, breathe in, getting some movement through our spine here. And then back to child's. Now this time come up to regular tabletop. And come into one cow. And one cat. Suck your belly button in. Tuck your tailbone under. Engage your glute muscles here. Back to tabletop. Reach your right arm forward, keeping your hips level. Take your left foot back. Press into your heel. Now press into the ground with your left hand so that you raise your shoulder blades away from the floor. Engaging your tummy muscles by sucking in your belly button. Take a breath in as you reach forward and press back. And as you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee, rounding your spine. Reach out, lengthen, level up those hips, and tuck in. One more, reach out, press into your heel, reach through your fingertips, and then bring your limbs to the ground. Breathe into cow, empty into cat. Level your spine. Reach forward with your left hand. Press back with your right foot. Hips level. Press into the ground with your right hand. Breathe in and lengthen. And then tuck in as you empty. Lengthen out. Tuck in. Really bring your chin towards your chest here. Lengthen out. Feel from your fingertips to your heel, that extra length, and then limbs to the ground. Take a breath into cow. Tuck your toes under and bring your hips up into downward facing dog. Take some movement here, pedal your feet. Maybe moving from side to side to get into your hips a little bit more. Any areas that need wakening up, that feel a little tight. Do whatever you need here. Okay, settle in by pressing into your finger knuckles, especially into your thumb knuckle and your pointer finger, creating a little bulbing up of your palm from the ground. Pull back through your shoulders, up into your hips, and then bring your right leg up. Oops. Press it into the back of the wall, lengthening through your side, and then bend and open, opening up your side body. Breathe in, knee comes a little higher, and exhale out, pressing your foot towards the side of the room. Take another breath, and then step forward into low lunge. Bring your back knee down, and take your right arm up to the ceiling. Try and create distance from your left fingers that are touching the ground through your right fingers that are reaching away from you. Now lift up as you breathe in, and as you exhale, press the back of your hand to the left side of the room. So you open up, ribs, right ribs, roll around towards the ceiling. Feel that awesome stretch. Take another breath here. And then bring your hand down to the outside of your right foot. Straighten up your right leg into half splits and flex your foot. You should feel this on the back of your calf muscle and your hamstrings. Now gently bend your arms so you lower your head and your forehead towards your knee. If this is a little too tight for you on your muscles, you can always just bring your toes back down towards the earth. You get more of a stretch with a flexed foot here. Okay, easing into that. Okay, rock forward so you're back in low lunge. And come up to, it's almost like crescent lunge with your knee down. Reach up. Breathe in and lift through your sides. And bring your hands to your heart. Hinge forward. Twist, hooking your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Try and create a straight line from your foot, from your ankle, your right ankle, all the way up to your right elbow. And pull your head away from your shoulders. Breathe into this twist. On your next inhale, reach up, face forwards. And then exhale to an open arm twist to the left. This sort of challenges my balance a little bit. So you can always scoot your right foot out to the side a little bit more. Now remember, lift up through your spine, press into your right leg as you twist. Shoulder blades relax down your back. Take a breath in here. Exhale out. Now reverse your warrior here. Reach up and back. And then bring your hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Fill up. Empty out. Left leg high. Bend and open. Breathe in and take your knee a little higher. And as you exhale, press open a little bit more. Spread your toes. Create that opening through your left side of your body. Take one more breath here. Step forwards for low lunge. Back knee drops down. Left arm reaches up. And pull yourself away from the ground. So even though your fingers are on the ground, you're pulling and expanding your shoulders up and away from the floor. Nice reach. And then on an exhale, press the back of your hand towards the right side of the room. Left ribs roll up towards the ceiling. Take another breath here. Bring your hand back down to the earth. Straighten up your front leg. Flex your foot. And then round your spine, bringing your forehead towards your knee. Let your breath take you deeper. On an inhale, bend your knee. Come on back. Reach up into kneeling crescent lunge. Lift through your sides. Breathe in. Feel the length through your spine. Exhale your hands to heart. Take a breath in here. Hinge forward into a side twist, hooking your elbow. Once again, pull your head away from your shoulders. Create a straight line from your left heel all the way up your calf, into your arms and your left elbow as you press down to create more lift with your torso. Take another breath in here. Exhale it out. Come back to center, lift up. Then twist to the right, open arm twist. Relax your shoulder blades down your back. Feel that line of energy from your left fingers reaching forward to your right fingers reaching back. And press into your left heel to create more stability. Take a breath in here. Exhale it out. Reverse your warrior, reach up and back. And then windmill your hands down, downward facing dog. Fill up and empty out. Lift your hips up and back. Breathe in, filling up your lungs. Release it all, squeezing out that last bit. Look forwards, step or jump. Halfway lift. Stay here for the exhale. Bring your shoulder blades down your back. Strong back, strong legs. Fill up. Forward fold. Reach all the way up to extended mountain. And forward fold, bending your knees as you go. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise and reach. Stay here to empty. Bring your hands together and reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, lean to the left. Come back to center and lean to the right. Come back to center, release your hands and forward fold. Halfway lift with airplane wings. Stay here to empty. Pull your arms behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Stay here to breathe in. Press the ground away and breathe out. Now bring your right toes off the mat, just a few inches, and exhale out. Breathe in, bring your leg a little higher, and breathe out. Last breath in, press into your heel, and lower down. Rock forwards. Low plank or knees, thighs, belly, chest. Upward facing dog. Extend through your spine. Downward facing dog. High plank, rock forwards. Stay here to empty. Sucking in your belly button. Lift your left toes up just about 2 or 3 inches off the ground. Exhale it out. Press into your hands. Strong through your core. Bring your leg a little higher. And empty. Last one, press into your heel. Foot to the floor. Rock forwards. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Woo! Take a breath here. Empty it out. Bring your right leg up. Bring your knee to your nose, rounding your spine. Try and touch it, try and touch it. Oh, send it back. Knee to right elbow, rocking your body forward, weight goes into your hands. Send it back. Knee to the left side and fall in triangle. Push up. Empty out. Reach up with your left fingers. Press your hips high. Breathe out. Maybe open up to the side a little and empty. Fill up. Downward facing dog. Rock forwards. Low plank. Upward facing dog. And down dog. Bring your left leg high. Knee to nose. Press it back. Knee to left elbow. Lift it high. Right elbow and through. Lift up, fall in triangle. Breathe in here and open up your chest to the ceiling. Press your hips high. Last breath, reach up, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Empty it out. Fill up. Empty completely. Squeeze out that last bit. Bend your knees. Jump. Halfway lift, airplane wings. Forward fold. Rise all the way up. Chair. Remember, option to have your arms straight, or to heart, or to cactus arms. Whatever you feel like. Stay breathing. And then point your tailbone down towards the ground. Just softening that arch in your back and kicking in your core muscles. Feel the difference in your core when you do this. Take a breath in here and lower just slightly. Fill in and lower. Going to do this another few times. Follow your breath. On each exhale, lower a touch more. Now, option here to stay in chair or to come into crow. Remember to use your core muscles in crow. Look forwards. This requires a lot of strength throughout your body. Those of you in crow, come back into chair. Together, let's take a big breath in and out. Inhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, airplane wings. Stay here to empty, bend your knees a little bit more, bum comes further towards the ground. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to open up your chest. Breathe in, breathe out, fill up, fold forwards. Reach up, chair. Take your arms behind you, come into power chair. Stay in your breath. Stay focused on your drishti, that focal point that isn't moving. Maybe come a little lower. Fill. Empty. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, pull your hips back. Bring your right leg up. Knee to nose. Send it back. Knee to left elbow, twisting under as you do so. Push it back. Right elbow. Now stay for the inhale and then plant it down for warrior one feet. Rise up as you breathe in into warrior one. Exhale out. Fill up and press into the earth with both feet. Stay here. Stay in your breath. Now, as you press into the ground with your feet, imagine trying to rip your mat apart from front to back. So create that tension in your legs, that tension in your left thigh as you use all your leg muscles to press backwards and all your leg muscles to press down and forwards with your right leg. Breathe in, and as you maintain this pressure in your legs, lift up through your spine, lift up through your sides. Breathe in here, empty it out, reach up and back, high to low plank. Upward dog, downward facing. Bring your left leg up, knee to nose. Press it high, right elbow. Take it back, left elbow and hold as you breathe in. Warrior one feet. Rise with air. You know where we're going. Stay in your breath and create that tension, that press in your legs. And as you press into your legs, notice what happens in your glutes, in your thigh muscles. And then concentrate on lifting from the base of your spine through your fingertips. Breathe in together. Exhale it out. Fill up. Empty. Reach up and back. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Whew. Fill up. Empty out. Nice long deep body breath in. Hold it at the top. Release it out. Whew. Get ready Jump forwards. Halfway lift, airplane wings. Forward fold. Rise up and reach up. Chair. One breath in. Fold. Halfway lift, airplane wings. Stay here to empty. Bring your bum a little up. Open up your chest. Forward fold. Halfway lift, long spine, shoulder blades down your back. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg, warrior one. Rise with breath. Open to two. Take a breath in here. Exhale and get a little lower. Reverse your warrior. Side angle. Try not to get too low. Keep your elbow by your knee. Don't try and reach the ground. Just keep that nice straight line from your back foot all the way up your side. Reach towards the ceiling and then reach towards the front of that room. Press into your left foot and create an anchor in your left foot as you reach towards the front with your left hand. Straighten your right arm, pressing your right arm against your right knee, and vice versa. Make this really active here. Okay, reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Come to star pose. Exhale out. Reach for all four corners of the room. Goddess. Stay here. And on each exhale, get a little lower. Breathe in and lower. Fill up. Empty out. Breathe back to star. Warrior two facing the back of the room. Take a breath in here. Empty it out. Lower down. Keeping low, reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Empty out. Fill up completely. Let it go. Bend your knees. Jump. Halfway lift. Airplane wings. Forward fold. Reach up. Chair. One breath in. Fold forwards. Halfway airplane. Stay here to empty. Breathe in, squeeze your shoulder blades. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Up dog. Downward facing. Left leg, warrior one. Rise with breath. Warrior two. Fill up. Empty out and get lower. Reverse your warrior. Side angle, straight front arm. Create that power in this pose. Anchor into your right foot and then reach your right arm away. Reach it towards the front of the room. Feel the stretch through your right side. As you press your left arm into your left knee, create that pressure that you need to open up your right ribs to the ceiling. Take a breath in, empty it out, fill up, empty, reverse your warrior, star pose, reach up on the inhale, exhale out, breathe in, bring your hands to your hips, take another breath in to lengthen, and then side straddle pose. Sorry about my bum facing you guys. Let your head drop down. Have a slight bend in your knees if necessary. Now walk your hands over to your right foot for a side lunge. Letting your left foot come onto its side. Feel the stretch in your legs as you press your bum and your hips towards the ground. Walk all the way through center to the other side. Come back to center. Bring your hands onto your hip. Really let your spine roll over so you're just hanging here with your head towards the floor. Then on an inhale, come halfway up. Nice long spine. Stay here when you're halfway up to exhale. Come all the way up to inhale. Come back into star. Reaching for the ceiling. Transition to 2. Facing the front of the room. And then reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Enjoying that side stretch here. Low plank. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Right leg up. Bend and open. Slowly, here's your option to go into flipping your dog. Reach your hand to the front of the room, press your hips high. Squeeze into your glutes. Try to lift out of your left shoulder blade. Bring your hand high, downward facing dog. Left leg up, bend and open, option to flip. Squeeze your bum, get into your glutes. Lift your arm high, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, empty it out, and walk your feet to your hands and come onto your back. Set up for bridge pose. Get your feet and your hips square. I have no idea what time we have, so I'm going to check that whilst you're getting ready. And press up into bridge pose. Hips come high. Stay long in your breath. Use your bum to get your hips higher. Squeeze those glutes. One more breath here. And lower down to the ground. One cleansing breath in. Send it out. Press on up. And as you exhale, lower partially towards the ground. Breathe in and press up. Squeezing your bum and then lower on your exhale. Inhale, press. And lower. Press. And lower. Up. And down. Up. Down. Inhale, really squeeze your glutes. Hold it here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then lower all the way down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Have a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. Slow down your breath. Let your exhales be twice as long as your inhales. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. And take your legs and arms up for bear pose or waterfall if you have your block. If you want to do shoulder stand, go ahead and do so. For those of you in shoulder stand, bring your hands as far towards your shoulder blades as possible. And then lift your feet up towards the sky. So you create as much of a straight line from your shoulder blades all the way up through your hips to your feet. Lifting through your feet. Keep your gaze upwards, don't gaze to the sides whilst you're in shoulder stand. Take care of your neck here. Those of you in shoulder stand, if you want to take plow, go ahead and do so. And then everybody gently come back down to the ground, to your mat. And make your way into figure four or half pigeon. Right leg over left knee or right knee forward. Coming into pigeon, I like to make spider fingers on the mat and lift up through my spine, sending my shoulders back down to my back pockets, extending my head up and forwards and creating that length as I pull my torso forwards. Finally coming down to rest with that lengthened spine that I've achieved by doing that first part. of you in half pigeon, check out what your hips are doing. Are they level with each other? If your left hip has dropped down, try and press your right hip back. I achieve this by externally rotating my right thigh muscles down towards the ground, and that gets my hip level with my left hip. And then with my left hip, I think about sucking my left leg bone up into the hip socket. So I'm sort of pulling my left hip forward towards the front of the room as I'm pressing my right hip backwards towards the back of the room. And I feel a little bit more action going on in my thigh muscles, my leg muscles, my bum, my glutes, as well as achieving more hip opening here. Switch over to the other side, taking anything you need in between. Once again, if you're coming into half pigeon, try doing that spider fingers pressing in, shoulder blades come down my back, reaching the crown of my head forward and then gradually easing forward, bringing my torso down towards the ground. Creating the evenness in my hips by pulling my right thigh bone into my right hip socket, and then externally rotating my left thigh muscle down towards the earth. Make your way out of figure 4 or half pigeon and come onto your back for a supine twist. Take your knees over to the right, your gaze over to the left. To get more of a stretch on the left side of your body, press your left knee towards the top right or the front right corner of the room and reach your left arm up past your head towards the back of the room. Come to the other side. For more stretch, right knee presses towards the front left corner of the room, right arm reaches up towards the back of the room. Come back to center. Give yourself a full body stretch. And then relax for final rest, Shavasana. So often in Shavasana, I still find that my teeth are together and my jaw is sort of tight and clenched. So make sure you release your teeth, release and soften your jaw. Let your body sink into the mat on every exhale. Fill your body up with air. Breathe some movement into your limbs. When you're ready, roll to your right side. Come on up to your bum, hands to heart. Pull the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Feel the extension through your spine. And together, let's take a big breath in. And let it go. Boy, that felt so good. Let's do it again. Repeat. Inhale. And empty it out. Bring your thumb knuckles to forehead center. Remembering the meaning of the word namaste, the inner light in me sees and honors the inner light in each and every one of you. Remember, take time to make a difference for yourself and for others. And hang on in there. Love you all. Together we bow and say namaste. Thank you. Good job, everybody. See you again soon.